Hey guys, so we're back with another video, and this video is going to be a little bit different, as you can see by the title of the video, but this video is going to be a collab video. So we actually managed to get a really good friend to collab with us, and their name is Trinatube. Go support them and all that. I will link them down in the description down below, so go check them out. But basically, we had wanted to do a collab for a really long time with people, and Trinatube was one of the ones that actually reached out and wanted to do a collab with us, and super excited that this is our first video and all that for a collab. We're hoping to do more in the future and stuff like that. It will be very janky as our method and system with everything is not the best, so apologies if it is a little weird and wonky and not as professional as all the other people who do collab type videos. We're kind of just doing it for fun, and it's not going to be the best. It's going to be the most duct tape kind of method possible. So with this collab, we are throwing our personas in different games. Basically, what that means is we all picked a game individually, and then we would later, all three of us, would draw our personas in basically those universes and how our characters would be for our personas. Basically, we have Dispatch from Trinatube, then we have Super Mario from Fangirl, and then we have Disney Universe from me. And each one of us basically would draw basically our personas in all three of those games, and then we would, show the process and all that, and then we would get to see how the other person drew their personas and all that. And that's basically the idea of what we are doing, and hopefully you guys like it, and let's get to the first person.
For this one, I'll be putting my Sona into Disney Universe. I've heard of this game growing up, but I've never played it. I was more of a Skylanders and Toontown kid growing up. I do love this art style though, the characters are so cute. From my understanding, the characters we play as are dressed up as the Disney characters instead of actually being those characters. So I decided to have some fun and make my Sona dressed up as one of my favorite Disney characters, Scar from The Lion King. He actually already has a costume design in this game, so I just used that one for reference. The hardest part was trying to adapt these body proportions in my style. I don't tend to draw this sort of chibi style often because I don't do it very well. It doesn't look very good in my style, but I think I did a pretty good job though. Another character I was tempted to put my Sona wearing was the Mad Hatter. I love Alice in Wonderland. I think every adaptation I've seen of that story I've just fallen in love with. But I just couldn't resist Scar. I'm a furry. He's a classic Disney villain. I just had to do it. For colors, I did just give the costume Scar's OG colors, and then I made my slick eye purple with glasses because that's my favorite character, and I have glasses. I did add some hair too because it looked a little odd without hair. Although I did have fun with an extra color palette where I changed Scar's colors to match my persona, whose name is Phoenix. They're both cats, so I thought it'd be funny. Honestly, this game just looks so much fun. It looks like something I'd play with my family when I was younger. Unfortunately, some of the characters look so scary though. Like, why does Mickey and Minnie look so scary specifically? Like, they look terrifying. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm just finishing up the mascot's colors now. I did end up giving myself green eyes too, even though the characters usually have black eyes. I just like the contrast the green eyes give me against the purple skin tone, specifically. I love these costumes, dude. They look so they look so goofy. Look goofy guys. Yeah, I'm just about to start coloring in the alt color palette right now. I would have loved playing this game like early on in my childhood. I played a lot of games like this. where like you play with your family and it's like a Disney game. I think it was like Disney Infinity. I didn't play Disney Universe, but I remember playing like I think it was called Disney Infinity. Where it was like it was Skylanders but Disney. That's what I played. Or like the Pixar skating game. I played that one too. But I wish I could have played this one. Maybe I still can. I could probably look into it, but the character designs are very goofy. I love how I gave Phoenix his little the Scar's mane. I think it's so cute. I'm just now finishing up the goober, just adding the finishing details. Oh, look at him, the goober. I'm just gonna be doing a little doodle now because I loved how goofy it looked with with my face in the mouth. That's so funny. Oh, and there it is. There's the goober, this silly bean. All right. I'm gonna be doing Super Mario now. It's actually kind of challenging for me because I haven't played a ton of the mainline Mario games, probably like one or two. I mainly played like the party games that you do with friends and family. You know, like the go-kart racing, the Super Party Mario or like Smash. Those are like the only ones I've played. But the one thing that I do know is that I love the villains of Mario. I love them so much. How could I not? We got King Boo, Bowser, and my husband, Waluigi. My husband, alright? I even saw the concept art of Peach, and she is everything to me. So I just could not make myself just a little bit of a villain. Although despite the villains being my overall favorite, my favorite designs of like the whole franchise has to be the princesses. Like Princess Peach and Princess Daisy are so pretty. I love them so much. They're so gorgeous. So I did take inspiration a little bit from them as well when creating my Sona in this universe. With me being a villain though, I did have some ideas of what my level would be like or like my powers. So I was thinking it'd be like ink-based magic because I'm an artist. So I used a magical brush to create obstacles that can move and change shape or even blind the player. The level would probably have like special ink blocks that when stepped on fall apart and the players fall through or something. Was my design stolen from Ink Sands or did I steal it from Ink Sands? Maybe, but let's not worry about that right now and instead discuss motives and relationships. If Peach was canon, I definitely think it'd be funny if my Sona and her and Waluigi was a throuple. That'd be so funny. Guys, I swear it's just because it's funny. Other than that, he'd definitely be friends with the other villains, like gifting them ink portraits and drawing them all the time. For motives, like why my Sona would be a villain in fighting Mario, I think it'd be cool if he was trying to steal the colors of the world to make art or to give himself color. That's why I went for like a monochrome type style with this coloring. Also because I've been doing a lot of like Danganronpa themed art and their art is pretty desaturated, so I'm used to coloring in desaturated colors right now. I think it'd be cool if he was trying to steal the ink colors from the creatures of the Mario world and use it in his art. Uh, I'm not sure if this would be considered like a good Mario specific villain. Like I said, I'm not familiar with the franchise, but I'm sure you guys would let me know. Just finishing up the details now. He is so cute. The goober himself. I just love desaturated designs. I think they're so creative and I think I had a lot of fun with it. No, there I am. I'm desaturating it a bit more just so I could get the idea of it across. And here he is, the goober. On to the last one, which is Dispatch. Funny enough, I already have a design for my Sona in Dispatch because I've been writing an AU for that. Not because I want to shit myself with sonar or anything. Who said that? That's totally unrelated. But this being a superhero universe, I didn't want to just give myself powers like that were from birth. It doesn't feel natural for me. So instead, his backstory has him selling his soul to a demon and getting powers. which are not husks from Hazbin Hotel. It's completely unrelated. They just happen to have the same power set, I swear. His name used to be Ace, but then I decided to like name another character Ace, and that felt a bit weird, and they're like in the same universe. So I decided to instead rename my hero's persona name to Spade. It sounded the coolest, and it's considered to be connected with ideas of warriors and power, and that felt fitting for my Sona because he sold his soul to get powers. And speaking of quick story time, he actually used to work with the Superhero Dispatch Network as an accountant, but with demonic powers, he does get a partially demonic form that it hardly comes out, but he does get affected by temptations and aggression, and that's how he ended up being switched to the Phoenix program, was when he lashed out at a few robbers that were robbing him, and they were like, dude, he got arrested for, messing people up, and that sucks. The more demonic side of him represents a lot of like lack of control, and he covers his face to not just represent that, but he tends to mask his true emotions from others. But he also craves to show people the real him, which is why only half of his face is covered. Also, he dresses up in a little suit and top hat because it's cute. I also made the suit like Arrow Ace colors because I'm Arrow Ace, and that's really cool. I absolutely love this outfit that I designed for him, like the hero outfit. It's so cute, and I made sure to make his demonic parts like purple my favorite color. And I just imagine he's like super grouchy all the time when he's in a demonic form, but here he is, the goober himself, who's not an excuse to date Sonar. I swear, guys, I swear. Yay, that's it.
Hey guys, so this is Fangirl, and I am finally deciding to do my recording for this, even though I really don't want to. I'm being held at gunpoint. Help. But essentially I'm starting with the Disney Universe persona, and essentially for me at least, my idea was that I was going to do the virus robots. Because I thought, like, I could just be, like, a little nuisance bugging, people or whatever. That was my idea or whatever. What I was trying to do with this drawing specifically was that I wanted to copy the reference at first, so I wasn't trying to use drawing assist. But then I was like, I kind of wish I did, because in the end, it probably would have helped me with just, like, the body itself. I don't really like this, but I was just trying to make a reference for my little persona and whatnot for this. Because then, after I actually did that, I was trying to get a feel for the character, because I wasn't really feeling it yet. So I started doodling myself in different, like, ways that I would imagine this character in the game. And I actually think it really did help me like the character a little more than I was before. So when Animelover picked this game or whatever, it was actually, I guess, kind of good that she did, because I knew the game going in. We played it a lot when we were younger. Like, I swear to you, we restarted this thing like over and over just to beat it and get all the stuff again and again. So I'm glad that I can be a nuisance in this game now. Now we are on the Super Mario, could be anything, Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario whatever, but Super Mario in general. And I kind of had, like, no idea going into this, even though I suggested it. I mean, I guess I could have made myself, like, a boss or a monster or a creature, but, like, when it actually came down to it, I didn't actually do that. In the end, I actually pulled up a reference of Mario and Peach to just, like, draw or reference myself off of. And wow, I was like, looking back at this now, that hand is massive, and I just shrunk it. But yeah, no, so I pulled up those references to kind of just draw myself. I imagine myself just being like a player, or like, I don't know, I just kind of stole Mario's fit. So I was just kind of like, yep, gonna be a plumber. That's the best thing I can think of for this idea. So when growing up, me and Animelover, we kind of always, like, we always really liked playing Super Mario. We had so many different versions of the game. Like, we had Super Mario Brothers, we had Super Mario Galaxy, we had Super Mario Galaxy 2, we had a lot. I know there's more and I just can't remember every single kind. But we had a lot. And so I kind of like, I always played the main person, right? So I kind of like, I guess I imagined myself just like as the main player. So as you can see, that's probably why I drew myself the way that I did. Oh, here comes Curse. Here comes my mushroom. Because when I was doing the doodles for this one, I did kind of like a little bashful whatever thing. And then I drew the mushroom. Because it's going to be a life mushroom you guys are going to see. But I imagine that the life mushroom is my favorite, because we would always do like the little cheating hack in the Super Mario, I think it's the Super Mario, it's the one with the fairies, and we would always do that method for the mushroom and whatnot to get like 100 lives and then just play on forever. But I imagine it's delicious. And that's me in Super Mario. Now we are on the bane of my existence, Dispatch. I knew nothing about this game, like, at all. Like, I knew it was popular. I knew people liked it. I knew nothing of the story or the characters. This was a problem for me. Because I knew nothing, I had to actually watch a, like, walkthrough. Specifically, I did Jacksepticeye's walkthrough for Dispatch Chapter 1 and 2, just to figure anything out about the game. And that's kind of what I did. I sat there watching it while sketching literally all of this. That's why this probably took me so long to do, because I was trying to figure out this game while also doing the other two games that I did know. And yeah, that was such a pain because I kept getting really, really distracted. And I just decided to go with just a normal, I think I'm going to probably pronounce it wrong, SDN worker. I have no powers. I don't think I could wield that kind of strength or whatnot. Plus, I couldn't even think of anything for powers. Because this was a new game for me and stuff like that, I wasn't really, like, very interested in getting to know it. It was just never something I was interested in. But obviously, I needed to figure it out for this collab. And so I kind of had to, like, have more of an open mindset to it. And I'm kind of glad I did, because, like, it's not terrible. Like, while watching it, I was like, wow, this is really, like, this is more like a show than it is a game, really. It's beautiful to watch, and I do think a lot of the commentary is funny. I'm not much of a fan of a lot of the characters, but again, I only watched 1 and 2, so I hardly really know them. The only characters that I really liked a lot throughout the game was, I believe his name is Trackstar. He's just really funny just because he's old and mean. I don't know, he's just really funny. But also Royd. I don't know why, awkward situation to be in, but I think he's very funny and also very cute, and I don't know why, I just kind of like, he was really the only one that interested me a lot throughout most of these characters. Everybody else, they seem like they got some issues, and I'm not very interested to find out about them. For a strange bunch of games that we picked, I'm really, I guess, just like, I really like how all of them, like, turned out, at least for mine. I have no idea what the other guys have done, but I feel like I did something decent, maybe, I don't know. I feel like, I really stuck to just, like, myself, my persona or whatnot, so I really didn't change much, I think, in this, but I hope you like it. See you guys later. So when designing my character for Dispatch, I didn't know much. I still don't know much on Dispatch, so going in this, I was very much like, oh, crud, what am I gonna do? Do I want to make myself a hero, a villain, something with powers? Wasn't sure. But I know in the end, none of it felt right to have powers or anything like that, or be anything flashy. And so I was just like, okay, what if I'm just a secretary or just one of the dispatch people? And that's kind of what I decided on for my character, is that I am just a secretary kind of person who just does a lot of paperwork. Because honestly, it just felt more right for me. I suck at my job. I'm clumsy as hell. and I am just full just chaos mode because I have to deal with all of these schmucks and annoying, amazing, lovely people all the time. And I'm constantly stressed with my job and just doing all the paperwork for every single person. And that's how I imagine my persona would be in this universe for Dispatch, is just stressed constantly with everyone. So that's kind of the idea I had for my Dispatch little persona. I know I'm not wearing the exact uniform for like Dispatch and all that, but I don't see myself wearing pants because I don't like wearing pants in general. So I was just like skirt because I thought it made it make me look cuter, and so I just went more with a skirt kind of route. But I did try to stick with the whole like blue kind of shirt route and all that, and I gave myself a little scrunchie just for fun. I don't wear scrunchies, but I thought it'd be really cute for my persona in this universe. So I'm not sure about Fangirl or Trinatube, but whichever ones they are doing, I'm pretty sure I am working amongst the two and all that, because, you know, we're all friends, so, you know, I'm probably gonna be with them, and I'm gonna be somehow helping them, or they're gonna help me, one of the two. I don't know which one yet, because I haven't seen their stuff yet, so very curious to see how they designed theirs, and how they just overall did theirs, and how much all of ours is going to correlate or not. Very curious on that. So with Super Mario, I had a lot of ideas of what I wanted to do. I wanted to make myself into a princess. I wanted to make myself into a plumber like Mario and Luigi. But I wasn't sold fully on it because I didn't know what I truly wanted. And I honestly was just struggling the most. Like, I had an idea that I wanted to make myself a helpful, kind of silly creature or person, but I didn't know how I wanted to do it. And then I remembered how I play the game in general, and how I've always played the game growing up, because me and Fangirl have always been Super Mario basically people, and we have played Super Mario Galaxy, and all that kind of fun stuff growing up. And whenever we played, I was always player number 2, and I was always the little helpful character. And in Super Mario Galaxy, I was always this little orange star that always helped Mario. And I was like, well, I could be a helpful little thing, but instead I'm a bear mixed with a star creature, because my persona is a bear. So I was like, what if I make myself a bear? And then what if I add like a star like kind of aspect to it? Because I'm mostly thinking of Super Mario Galaxy, which is the game that we heavily play and love the most. At least I love it the most. So I was like, yeah, this. And so basically, if you give my little characters star bits, I will basically give you information, or I will give you like level up items and stuff like that, and all that kind of fun stuff. And I am also very helpful, and that's kind of like the vibe I got when I was doing my little persona. And I just thought it was really cute, because I kind of noticed how in Mario, a lot of the characters, like mostly the character designs, they're very much like two things mashed together somehow. And I don't think it's with everything, but a good portion of character designs are like that. And so I was like, I'm gonna do that with my persona and all that. And that's kind of what I did. I did make a little like side thing of like, if there was a species and stuff like that, which is what's in the little corner. So not sure if that's anything, but I still am deciding on how I want, like what I want to name it. So not sure. So now we are on Disney Universe, and this was my pick, and this was probably the hardest one I had to do, because I honestly had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what I wanted to go with and what I wanted to choose, because there were so many options that we kind of like threw out there when we like initially were talking about the collab, because we were all like, oh, what are we gonna do and stuff like that. And Fangirl had thrown out like, oh, maybe we could like make ourselves into a level or do something like this. And I was like, oh, maybe, but I'm like, I don't know if I have any ideas to do that. And so I wasn't 100% sure if that was the route I fully wanted to go. And this was also a game that me and Fangirl both grew up playing, and we played it a lot. I think we've defeated it so many times, and we want to play it again and stuff like that. And we have to figure out how to do that and stuff. And it's just like, I want to play it so bad again because it's so fun and so silly. And we were always the characters, and I just thought, what if I just made myself just a normal player in a suit? And I decided to make myself Baloo because I love Baloo. Baloo the bear is one of my favorite, like, Disney characters and stuff like that. And so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do Baloo because, again, it's a bear, I'm a bear, and so I'm like, yeah, that's the route I'm going with. That's the choice I'm gonna do, because all the other ones kind of looked kind of ugly. Like, as a kid, they looked cool, but looking at them now as an adult, they all look so derpy and dumb and really silly looking, and just none of them looked like me besides Baloo. And so that's why I chose Baloo. It was funny when I was actually looking up some inspiration for the game again. I had watched the intro to the game, and it brought back so much, like, nostalgic, like, energy, and just I was like, oh my gosh, I remember this so much, and watching this intro so many times every time we replayed it. And I'm just like, dude, I miss this game. I still miss it. Very much gonna try to figure out how to play this again. I think we've played this on our Xbox, which we don't have an Xbox anymore, but we do have a Wii, and so we might play it on that, I think. I'm not sure. We can't play it on our PlayStation, unfortunately, so we'll try to figure that out, because I will be playing this again, because I freaking love this game, and it needs to be played again. Okay, so who wants to send the pictures first?
Just through Instagram?
Yep.
Okay, I shall send mine. Are we doing one at a time or all three?
Let's do all three.
All three. All three goobers are being sent in right now.
Yeah, the goobers.
I'm trying to scoot over so I can see the goobers. Alrighty.
Ooh. You want to explain your thought process on them?
Sure. Well, I'll go from the top to the bottom. So, for the first one, we have Dispatch. So my hero name's is Spade, and he sold his soul to a demon to get gambling powers. And sometimes he demons out and is a strange little man.
That, honestly, I would honestly sell my soul for gambling powers too.
Do they got good gambling powers or bad gambling powers?
Depends on your definition of good and bad, honestly.
Honestly, fair. I think they look amazing. I really like their design.
Yeah.
Thank you. Next, I have the Disney goober, in which I drew myself with Scar, because he's the best.
Yeah.
And then I did, like, an alt palette with my Persona colors, because I thought it'd be funny.
That is, honestly, fair.
You guys both did, like, the same idea. You guys suck. When you guys see mine, you're gonna be like, why? I went the special route.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yours look so cool.
I know, it looks so cute.
Thank you. I tried my best. And then the last one is the Mario one, in which I made mine, like, ink-powered base. So, like, the whole thing was, like, I'm a villain, and I'm, like, with the League of Villains. Totally not dating Waluigi, but, like, that's off topic.
You know, gotta be dating, you know.
And, like, his whole thing is, like, he's trying to steal color from the world of Mario to make his paintings. So he's, like, monochrome and very cool. He has, like, ink powders.
That would be a really, like, cool concept or whatever.
That would be.
Thank you.
Oh, that's cool. They all look so good.
I know.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, these are all incredible. Okay, I'm gonna show Fangirls now.
Oh no.
Here's hers.
Ooh.
You want to explain your process now?
Oh god. Okay. So I got real procrastinating, and I was like, I'm just gonna shove it all on one canvas and hope this works out. So I try to give every single one kind of a reference and then an extra 2 doodles to feel out the character. So the first one I did was obviously for the Disney universe, and I actually went for the little robots or whatever, because that's what I was like, yeah, this'll work out. When I was explaining it, or when Animelover was explaining or whatever, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be these tiny little things that get bullied all the time. That's me. So there was that, and then with the Super Mario or whatever, there wasn't really much to it. It was just, I took Mario and I said, yep, and I'm gonna just steal your clothes.
I love you eating the mushrooms so much.
Munching and crunching down there.
That's my favorite thing.
Listen, the life mushroom is probably the tastiest mushroom.
I wonder what it tastes like.
Mm.
I want to imagine it tastes like grass.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Oh, yeah. So good. And then with Dispatch, I had to watch Jacksepticeye's Dispatch while drawing this all to figure out what the hell is this story. Because I knew nothing on it, so I was like, great, I gotta figure this out. And the best thing that I could figure out is I am as normal as it gets. I don't think I am any kind of superhero. I don't think I could wield powers. So I made myself the most average Joe who is stuck with the fools that are saving the city or whatever.
And I'd be that fool on your team.
Yeah, probably. Probably. I would believe it.
Yeah, I'd honestly believe it too. Okay, and then here are mine.
Aww.
Okay, so I also barely knew anything on Dispatch, but I knew a little bit. I knew a small bit of context, but I definitely knew wasn't going to have powers as well. I am also an average Joe. And I just imagine that I'm just like a secretary or like someone who's doing a bunch of paperwork and I fail at my job miserably. That's all I imagine for myself. I suck at my job, but they can't fire me. I somehow have benefits. So that's mine for Dispatch. I was like, yeah, I have an understanding of what I'm doing. Let's roll with it. And then for Super Mario, this one was the most randomest thing. I created my own creature. So my main thing that I always do is I'm always a bear kind of thing. So I'm like, yeah, let's mix a bear and stars. Because whenever I've played Super Mario, I'm always the sidekick friend. So I'm like, let's just be a star and a bear together. And I want star bits. And I'll give you information. Basically.
Just stupid random facts that are not useful.
Yeah, literally. I'm so unhelpful. And I had...
Super silly.
I know, I look so silly in it. I'm just like, yeah. And then I was like trying to like think of like a species for it. I'm like, star bear? Bear star or something?
Some form of nuisance?
Yeah. It's like,
Creature.
yeah. It's like Toad whenever he's like randomly there and he's like, hi, I can give you information. But instead it's a bear. So that's what I did for Super Mario. And then for Disney Universe, I did the same thing as you. But I chose blue. Because I was... Yeah, I literally was looking through all of, like, the characters of what, like, they could be, and I was like, blue. I'm being blue.
I know, and then there's me. You guys are gonna beat me up.
Teamwork. Yep, so that was all the stuff we did. I like how we both kind of picked a purplish color for our skin. We really are the teammates.
The squad.
Yeah, the squad.
I'm like a normal looking person for like most of mine. And then you guys are like these cool creatures.
Yeah.
It's okay, you get to beat me up in Super Mario.
You're right. I will and probably could.
I'll just be there. Giving you random facts.
Thanks,
Moral
buddy.
support.
Just like, you got this.
I like your guys'. Oh my goodness.
I know. We all did amazing.
I really like yours. You're just so creative.
I know. They all look so cool.
Thank you. I try. I overthink, and sometimes that comes in handy.
Yeah, the overthinking definitely comes in handy.
It does.
Sometimes it's a curse, sometimes it's a blessing.
You guys look like you put way more work into yours than I did.
I mean, you did literally like 3 doodles each. And then just the eating is still my favorite.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
I keep looking back at that.
That's profile picture worthy.
It is profile picture worthy.
It's perfect.
Oh, I love it. We all did amazing.
We did. The squad.